PressBox writer Tim Richardson takes you inside the world of sports business with the PressBox Sports Business Report, sponsored by Natty Bow Gear, only at PressBoxOnline.com. And welcome back to Inside PressBox. Before the break, I was talking with Kevin Healy of the Blast and Terry Hasseltine about the upcoming soccer match at M&T Bank Stadium. But Terry, that's not the only thing that's moving the sports needle right now in the state. Tell us a little bit about your efforts and what else is going on right now.
Well, I think the month of July will show the impact that sports has on the entire state. This month, right now, while we're speaking, the U.S. Sailing Junior Olympics just started down in Annapolis. They had the opening ceremonies this evening. Later on this month, we have the USA Track and Field Junior Olympics. 10,000 of track and field's future stars coming to Morgan State University for 7 days of track and field activities. Then Tottenham versus Liverpool on the pitch at M&T Bank Stadium. Cal Ripken World Series right around the corner, followed by the Futures Tour and the LPGA event out in Frederick called the Challenge at Musket Ridge. And then you'll end the summer with, the Grand Prix of Baltimore over Labor Day weekend. So, and then before you know it, the Ravens will be on the field. The O's will be making their run towards the playoffs. And
from your lips to God's ears.
Yes, and we have the Dew Tour out in Ocean City. I almost forgot that event.
And that's in August?
That's in August.
And that's a big event.
It's huge.
That was held downtown in Baltimore for a couple of years, and then it
last year, largest draw in Dew Tour history. They had 73,000 people go through the turnstile last year. This year, they've taken the tour down to 3 stops. They're doing a beach event, a mountain event, and a city event. And obviously, Ocean City is the beach event. And this year, free to the public.
Free to the public.
As a thank you and a thank you for using the beaches of Ocean City. Thank you for coming out to the Dew Tour. Just a real big thank you campaign to all of the participants and to all of the fans and all of the beachgoers for the state of Maryland and the Mid-Atlantic region.
Give me an update. Any big college football games this year around? The kind that would ring our bells down at M&T, or
really the big thing, the big neutral site football games that we're getting accustomed to are in 13 and 14. We have Maryland playing West Virginia one year, and then we have Maryland playing Virginia Tech one year. We'll know what's going down in FedEx Field probably in the next couple of weeks or so. And then we obviously have Navy, Ohio State in 14. And then we have Army-Navy in 14 and 16. So constant prep, and we have the NCAA Lacrosse Championships coming back in 14 as well.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Next year it's in Boston again.
No, next year it's in
Philadelphia. Yep. Boston just finished its second run. And Boston didn't, not to make headlines for you, Boston didn't do very well this year, did they?
They didn't. And, obviously, we here in the state of Maryland were frothing because it was the matchup that we all desired. And if we had that matchup a year ago, who knows what the attendance would have been. I mean, the thermostat was up like it is right now, but attendance would have been through the roof. But you know what? Both of those clubs are going, in the right direction. And who knows, next year in Philadelphia they'll do well, and we'll turn around and we'll show the rest of the world why we're the lacrosse mecca.
Or maybe Towson will be involved by then.
I look forward to that too.
One last question. We've got about 30 seconds. The All-Star game will be played next week in Kansas City.
Yes.
It hasn't been played in Baltimore since 1993. Any chance that we'll get one in the next 4 or 5 years?
Well, all of the rights overtures have been made to the commissioner of Major League Baseball, and we are moving in the right direction to keep those dialogues very alive. Knowing that there is a natural rotation that goes on between the American League and the National League, and there's some other, because of historical reasons, are in the queue before us. But we think probably between 15 and 17 you'll see an All-Star game back in Baltimore.
Terry Hasseltine, a pleasure to keep the needle moving on sports in Maryland. Inside PressBox will return in just a moment with one of my favorites, sportscaster Jerry Coleman, the outspoken one. So don't go away. Go to MarylandGaming.net right now for all the latest news and information on Maryland casinos, the Maryland Lottery, and Maryland horse racing. That's MarylandGaming.net, powered by PressBox.